I said I'd walk with you. Is that not good enough? You see me having other friends. You see me having other female friends, and then you suddenly, oh no, that's my man. That's my man. This is a bad idea. Why did I ever think of getting this guy in here? Who should I show my poem to next? Can I skip this? Screw it. Let's go Sayori's this time, because I did hers. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Crossy. I love it. Especially after yesterday's poem. You're too honest sometimes, Sayori. No, but really, I want to put this on my wall. Can I? Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer after all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Ah, jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. No, not her. Never mention her. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Crossy poem. Given what I named myself, it's kind of funny. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet of paper against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. Yeah. But she wants you, bro. And you want her. She wants you and you want her. Even though Monica's the better option. Bag the huzz, dude. You gotta bag the huzz. Well, you gotta bag the weirdly energetic huzz, alright? Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel like things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Ugh. Why didn't you at least try to give it some thought? Aw, you want me to write some? You want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Can I read your poem now? Let me read your poem. Come on. Well, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug. And make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. It is. Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Crossy. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? My god, this is long. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. Dark? Okay. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts and bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle is starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night more dreams. Friend after friend more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up and in come my friends. And they come with such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out, each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be my friends who weren't smiling. They were all shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo, 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 inside my head. Alright. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. Yeah, all depressive and stuff. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, and you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah. Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. I guess Yuri, she's the poem freak. I really hope those were shorter than Sayori's, because that was a very long segment. Let's see what you've written for today. This is pretty good, Crossy. Were you influenced by seeing everyone's writing styles yesterday? I guess you could say that. I was also a bit surprised at how different everyone writes, so I respect you for trying new things. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings, and writing down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see it in your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, well, an example of that, if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. Alright, The Raccoon. It happened in the dead night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an ordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed always comes back for more. The exciting beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, and an urge. I'm a little stupid, guys. All right, I can't read cursive. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has been taken to follow me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. Am I done? I gotta click out of it. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express a vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things that I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So, I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing. And people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Crossy? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weakness, I would probably hate myself. So real, dude. That's so real, Yuri. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. The only reason I don't want you ranting right now, Yuri, not because I hate you, it's because I want this to be over with fast. Speaking of things being over with fast, Natsuki's is going to be super quick because her poems suck. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everybody could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Ooh, the festival. Ooh, well, sort of. What's the festival? Natsuki, I wish it was literally anybody but you who told me about the festival. Alright, calm down. Ignore the pink-haired bitch. Anyway, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves into getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. Don't worry, you have Sayori's. Sayori did her thingy last minute, and it was eh. I'm not a literature nerd, so I can't comment on anything, but we're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all. But that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it yesterday. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? Can we see the poster? Like, can you flash us an image real quick? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never, in my life, do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys. No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their I didn't read the whole thing. It's a lot for people to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. But, I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah. It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. Yeah. Guys, we are the Doki Doki Literature Club. That's right. And if it's those reasons that we're all in this club today, don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if it's all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. Yeah, majority rules! Majority rules! 3-2! Y'all losers, we doing this! We doing this! I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. Sigh. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way. Can we read the poems that we read out? I mean, not. Can we read the poems that we've done? Like, they've read it. I haven't read it. I've read everybody's poems so far. But I haven't read mine. I want to read my own poems. I want to view my work. I want to verify my work real fast. No way. Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing her words to life. Is this something she's done before? Is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. What? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Yuri keeps her head down. She walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. Is my thing on the skip button? Or can I just not skip this? Okay, you can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealing inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Yeah! Yuri, yeah! Everyone joins me afterwards, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that I didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it will come out the best way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow, it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori's is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes, and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Crossy liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me do this. Don't make me go before Crossy. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Crossy lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Wow. Natsuki, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with whatever I wrote for today. Let's go! We read what we wrote, bet! I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway, so we don't get to read it. That's really cool. Awesome. Sorry, I'm not as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. God, just get it over with. Stop being a pick-me and just get it over with, bro. Anyway, the poem is called Jump, which is what I want you to do. Off the side of the building. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd be better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least find prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you wouldn't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, alright? Got it. I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know, ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine, too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yes, no problem. Okay, everyone, I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for whatever she said. I accidentally pressed enter too early. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Geez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. Must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Cross. You don't have to say it. Whatever. Let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori's being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day, Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Well... Okay. Alright. Okay. Let's do what Monica said. Let's do what Monica said. Save. Alright. We doing what Monica said here. We saving. Alright. I would walk home with Yuri. I would still walk home with Sayori. I would... Just to make you feel better, I would still walk home with you. Sayori. You really think I would ditch you for Yuri? But... She's so beautiful and smart. Jeez. I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Crossy. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, so... Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure... you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about. But I wanted to respect her, keep her happy too. Then again, the festival's only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Who knows? Okay, we back to this. Lucky. Which one do I want to do? I'm just gonna go over the words that I'm picking and see which one that chooses, unless it starts choosing her. But Doki Doki. I forgot that chose her. Headphones. How? Chocolate. How? Oh my god. Whisper. No! Anyone but her. Adventure? Okay. Happiness. Giggle. No! How is that her? Please tell me how that's her. Rainbow. Alone. How is... I feel like that would... God damn, okay. Aura. Tenacious. Hope. Disown. Why is Yuri disowned? Vertigo? Okay. Anxiety. Childhood. Extraordinary. Papa. Marriage. Okay. Alright. I think I did Yuri that one. Aw, man. I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Weren't you complaining about it yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival. But it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. It is very specific. Are you saying you don't like squid? You, of all people? I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica? Monica? What? That's not how you say my name at all. That's Monica. Did she say it like Monica? Like, I'm confused. And never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Yeah! Make a better joke, Natsuki! Make a better one! This is why nobody loves you. Fine. Reactions aren't as fun as yours or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me? Yeah, because Monica doesn't humor you. Monica doesn't feel bad for you. That's why her reactions aren't aren't as exciting or as suspenseful because Monica doesn't like you. Nobody in this club likes you, but Monica's honest about it. Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. Eh? You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go to talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Geez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Why is she acting all sad right now? She was happy. I said I'd walk with you, bro. I said I'd walk with you. Is that not good enough? You see me having other friends. You see me having other female friends, and then you suddenly, oh no, that's my man. That's my man. This is a bad idea. Why did I ever think of getting this guy in here? Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back toward everyone else. But the conversation is already dispersed, with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing me for the festival, they must have been spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Crossy, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there's something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the only one asking you, Crossy. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talking to me about things that bothered her. But this time, when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask you if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me, too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seems like she just wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with a person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Kurasi. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Guess. Take a guess. Take one guess. Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know? She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now that it's always has been. You're so funny, Krusty. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's just how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry, what do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her, but to have fun with everyone else. But that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her, that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the extraordinary, but there's nothing I can do about it besides waiting for Monica. What? God dang it! I didn't read that. I glanced around the room. Suddenly, I noticed Sayori peering at me from over her book, but she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Okay, so I chose Yuri whenever I just randomly guessed the thing. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your own thoughts. Alone with my thoughts. How were you able to tell that I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those willing share in that concern. Of course, there are those certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's not really that big a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Eh? So sorry, I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that, I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have been friends for just a long time, that's all. Ah, I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Crossy, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. Why'd they make the main character so oblivious, dude? Why'd they make him so oblivious? And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. Ah, so you think that there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head. Hold on, I wonder what would have happened if I chose Sayori over... If I, like, purposely... Whenever we did the poem thing, I wonder what would have happened if I chose Sayori over Yuri. And she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today, too. And I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looked deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes, a person's mysteries aren't told even to themselves. I'm sorry, that made me laugh. I don't know why. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is. I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy, so I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not merely as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Oh god, well, as long as you're okay with it. Well, yeah, I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Okay, everyone. Okay, thank God. Thank God we didn't have to sit through that entire thing again. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything's back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Who knows? Okay, this time I'm gonna do Sayori. This is your best one so far. It's really nice, Crossy. Thanks. Sayori, you've been a little quiet today. Is everything alright? Eh? Of course. Everything is fine. Maybe I'm just a little tired today. Do you want a nap or something? No, that's silly. Don't worry about me, okay? I only want to see smiles on your face. Well, alright. Hey, Crossy. I'm still a little surprised. I really thought that you would try writing your poems like the way Yuri does. Or even Atsuki. But in the end, yeah, I guess you're the one who likes this one the most. Why? You don't want to get closer with everyone else? Wait, of course I do. But that doesn't mean I need to try so hard to impress them. I still understand you the most, Sayori. I know you have to sometimes put up with me. And I have to sometimes put up with you. But we have a wavelength or something. And this is how the poem came out. Sometimes it feels like you're the only exciting thing in my life. So sometimes it's just easier to write when thinking about you. Sayori? No. Crossy. I don't deserve this. You're too nice to me. Why are you doing this? Because we're friends. Sayori has trouble keeping her voice steady all of a sudden. If you had fun with everyone else instead, this would be so much easier. Sayori. I glance around the room to make sure nobody has noticed this. Sayori, I probably never said this before, but I don't understand what you're feeling right now. Tell me what will cheer you up. Sayori shakes her head. She sniffles and shakes her head. Most obvious love plot here, and main character is just oblivious. And everybody else is saying, oh, main character, she loves you, dude. She loves you, dude. Go for it. Anyway. Finally, she gathers herself and puts on a smile. It's nothing, Crossy. It's just a little rain cloud. I'm sorry you had to see that. I promise it won't happen again. She just smiles from everyone, okay? That's all that matters. Go play with everyone else. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori! Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. We didn't even get to read her poem. We didn't even get to read her poem. Okay, let's do Monica then. Hi, Crossy. Have you thought about which one to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. But wherever you do, I'm sure you'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Aha! Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. It's pretty good. Makes me think of Sayori, like the other one you wrote. Yep, we all know. You two are like the dynamic duo. That's kind of an exaggerating. That's exaggerating it, not kind of an exaggerating. Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her, even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, it's just... I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone. But Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. Yuri? I'll talk to Yuri. Natsuki, I'm not touching that with a 60-foot pole, alright? And you can talk to me every now and then too. Oh, finna take that up. I'm not, like, unapproachable or anything, am I? Oh no, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah. Sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. Alright, so we get to read hers, but oh god, it's super long. The lady who knows everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer. All meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought, and here I am, a feather. Lost adrift in the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky, until one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall, and fall, and fall even more. Gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There's no meaning, there's no purpose. And we seek only the impossible. I'm not your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. Alright, you know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical, because if we still had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club before is writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Alright, another writing tip. Let's see what she gives me. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because interest of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, will want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things that you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way and will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Oh no. I guess let's go Yuri, save Natsuki last for again because I hate her. Alright, anyway. Well done, Crossy. You've definitely improved your writing over the course of these few days. Has my advice been helpful to you? Yeah, definitely. I'm glad. Sharing our writing like this, it's a lot more fun and rewarding than I anticipated. I need to remember to thank Monica. I think we all felt a little awkward at first, but now it seems like everyone is enjoying sharing their writing and seeing what others think. I guess I can't really disagree. I was afraid this whole thing would be a chore, but it's a great way for me to spend some personal time with all the girls in the club. But it's been fun getting to know everyone and their writing, and I guess doing some writing myself. Well, have you learned anything about yourself today, Crossy? I'm not today, Crossy, but Well, you know I like to say that writing is a very personal way to get in touch with yourself. In the end, it doesn't matter if you're a good writer or a bad writer. And even my opinions are just opinions, you know? As always, I believe what's most important is exploring and discovering yourself. That's comforting. I'm kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another. Eh? Why me? Well, you're always sophisticated with your writing, and you have most advice to share. Is that so? Yuri thinks for a good minute. That must be terrible. Eh? For me to have to become someone whose opinion is fearsome. How unlikable of me. Yuri, stop putting yourself down, mate. It's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. It just means that I respect your opinion. I see. I'm sorry that I always overthink and come to those sorts of conclusions. My God, excuse me. I'm just a little too used to it. Overthinking? Being disliked? Yuri. What am I saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Let's move on. Alright. Do you want to share your poem now? Okay, here. My God, I still have to read this. I got so into the dialogue that I forgot I actually have to read these stupid poems. Okay. Beach. A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface, under a clean blue sky, an expanse of bliss, but beneath gray rolling clouds, an endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One where only building a sand castle where the sand is wet. But where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Where it gently lick at your foundations. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? God, I can't speak. Or will the sudden waves send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same. And we were still blind sandcastles. Yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where the toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back, and I abandon my peace to erode at the shore. Drift forward, and I return to earth forevermore. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about, but I did my best to make a metaphorical approach it. You say that like you didn't even want to write about it. Oh, you haven't heard? After yesterday, Natsuki and I, well, it was amusing how we wrote about something similar in such different ways. So Natsuki wanted us to write about the same topic as each other again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing styles or thought process. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she wanted to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. It's just I went with her request. But well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know? It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. Can I skip this? Wait, what if I... Ooh? I can't skip through this, can I? Okay. This one's alright. Alright, well, yeah, about as good as yesterday's anyway. I see what you're going for, but it's just not really my style. I mean, that's fine, but mostly just glad that you're trying a little bit. Well, of course, I'm at least trying. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyway? Isn't that more of a compliment to me? Eh? No, gross. It's not like I care. It's just that one of us in the club has to make sure you're not slacking off. Really? Well, what if you ended up just scaring me away? Yeah, stupid Natsuki. It's not like you would actually do that. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of fun to hang out here, even if I have to put up with you. Ugh, even the main character doesn't like him. Doesn't like her. Ugh. Gugh. Natsuki's elbows connects with my stomach. Oh? Maybe I won't mind scaring you away after all. I was just joking. Oh, I know. Don't worry, I was too. Ah. How the hell do you call that a joke? Yeah. I hate you. I'm not fond of you. That seriously hurt. Well, maybe it was funny to her. I guess that's kind of the point. I should really just watch my mouth around Natsuki. Call her out. Call her out. Crash out on her. Take out all of your anger. Every single anger you've had with, like, anybody, you should just take out on Natsuki. Make her feel bad about herself. Anyway, Natsuki holds her poem out to me like nothing even happened. I'll be your beach. Yep, they did write about the same thing. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminish your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go, a shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought you had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand, bathe in the sunbeams and hold my hand, wash your insecurities in the salty sea, And let me see you, sunshine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail, set you free in my windy sail, and remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be at the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be at the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. But if you let me by your side, your beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. Gay. That was bad. Yeah, I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write about something nice, with a nice message for once. It was horrible. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kinda hard to write anything negative about the beach. Well, Yuri's take on it was a little more solemn and better. Geez, she better not have said anything bad about mine. After all, she was the one who wanted us to write about the same topic. Well, thing is, I'm not being biased here. I'm being biased here, but Yuri's was so much better, and yours was horrible. You can really see her doing that too. Making us write about a simple topic, then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess I could end up being metaphorical too. But there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was good practice. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out? Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did it say something strange just now? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You that word from your usual catchphrases when addressing the club. You deviated. I can speak. I'm good at anyway, catchphrase. I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Sayori's gone, that's why. Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. Is something terrible about to happen? In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. Ah, it seems you're right. Sigh. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please, show some decency. Oh, come on. Ah, she actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times to go home with her, you pick the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. Ah, no! First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. Yeah, Natsuki! We're just friends! Little pink shit stain. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Who? That's curious. That curious expression. I didn't. Whatever. Yuri's being edgy as emo as usual. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier, and everything is fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out what the rest of the festival preparations. So, let's decide what everybody will be doing this weekend. You gonna tell us what you said? I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes, as usual. But we might need a lot of them to do with the festival. I pressed enter too early. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know? Yeah, she's being honest. The reason why she's not saying that, the reason why she's saying that to Yuri specifically, and not trying to sugarcoat it, be like, oh, Yuri, you're just as talented as the rest of us. She specifically wants to make you feel bad, Natsuki, because she doesn't actually like you. Monika's the only one that's honest. That's why you're the best one, Monika. Now, Natsuki's pouting too. Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. Ah. That may be the case. But if I can also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have a beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that. I love atmosphere. Yeah, Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Crossy. The one who's truly useless. Haha, don't say. I thought Monika said that for a second. Bro. But no, it's the main character being emo. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. Ah, that's Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give to you. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice and you shouldn't be sitting on her butt anyway. Tsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. I don't want you, if I recall, Natsuki, you may mention that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Crossy may not like me to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. I don't want to be around you, period. So therefore, he may be more suited as assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Crossy to... What are you saying? It will be extremely metallicious work, and baking isn't. Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Crossy to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he'd be interested. You literally just said I'm surprising as well. Sorry. I was just saying, though. Jeez. Can't we just settle this already? Yeah. Crossy, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Well, we all know who I'm gonna go with. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. But of course, I'm gonna go with Sayori. Okay. I was gonna choose Monica, but the triple dots kind of have me interested. Okay. Again. Finna do what Monica said here. I'll go with Sayori. I mean, if it's going to be anyone, then I prefer helping Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbors and... But Monica said that Sayori was helping her. Jeez, do you really hate us that much? I hate you that much, Natsuki. I hate you. Sorry, I didn't mean for it to be this difficult. I just think of the club. Okay. Then Monica, yeah. Well, I guess I should probably be helping Monica. Yay, you picked me. Hold on one second. Yeah, Monica, you're the one who needs the least help out of all of us. But I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already most suitable for one person, but you already have Sayori as well. But Crossy was the one who... that doesn't matter. You were the one who scared him into picking you into the first place. You're the club president, Monica. You're supposed to make responsible decisions for the club. Monica, you shouldn't let any ulterior motives interfere with this decision. Ulterior motives? What are you saying, Yuri? In fact, it sounds like you guys are the one with ulterior motives. Excuse me? Otherwise, this wouldn't have been made such a big deal in the first place. That's completely false, Monica. Yeah, we have a lot of work to do, you know. You won't do as good a job if you make us work alone. Maybe that's true. Think of the club, Monica. If we want our event to succeed, then we need to appropriately distribute our resources. So, are you gonna do the right thing, President? Okay, I get it. Sigh. It's technically most logical for Crossy to help one of you two. So, I guess that's what we'll do. Okay. My two choices. Watch, I'm gonna choose Yuri, and it's gonna say, oh, well, making posters isn't that hard, so I don't care, you're coming with me, you're gonna bake some sweets with me. Please. Well, I'll probably be most useful helping out Yuri. Me? Are you serious? Why would you? Natsuki, I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No, I was just saying, so you'll be helping Yuri then, Crossy. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sort of things, so I think your assistance will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said it would be fine. Okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour. So, is that everything we need to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. Do you feel the same way, Crossy? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki? What? Why is everyone yelling at me? Because we don't like you. No, that's not what I meant at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Crossy picked me. Don't! Please, no! No, don't make me choose Natsuki. Please don't make me choose Natsuki. Please don't make me choose Natsuki. Please, no. And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea. And nothing that I would do for the event will compare to that, so, I get it. I'm kind of surprised, though. Why? Well, I'm the one who's acting immature. I already know that. But you were trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are the only one taken aback by Yuri's words. When she already has trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would like at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps me smile and feel good about themselves. No, I kind of appreciated it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing, but I'm going to say this. You better bet that my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event. We'll see, I guess. I believe you. I don't. I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, Natsuki, the only reason why your cupcakes are going to be the quote-unquote best is because you're going to be the only one making them, so there's nobody else to disagree with you. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's get out of here then. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monica and Natsuki out the door as they chat between each other. I turn around. Sorry. I realize that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I just can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yes. Alright then. Yuri and I exchange phone numbers. Okay. Then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. They couldn't afford to make Yuri's house. I just thought I would be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. Oh, I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house. Alright. In that case, it won't be a problem. I decided to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it should matter much either way, so I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I manage to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself, Crossy. I think that will make a very productive team. Even if you only choose me because you felt bad or something. I chose you because I couldn't choose Monica or Sayori, and I'm not choosing whatever her name was, Natsuki. You don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason. You may have chosen me. You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. But, Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right? I didn't realize. I'm telling you, I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out the door and Yuri follows. I can't believe this. Yuri is going to be coming to my house on Sunday? Even though I would have preferred to do this with Sayori. My anxiety still shoots through the roof. I guess I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. But who knows what might end up happening when we're outside of school. She even told me she was looking forward to it. I shake my head. Why do I feel nervous that Sayori finds out about this? It's not like we feel that way about each other. At least you don't yet. Besides, like Monica said, this is about the club. I have nothing to worry about. If I just go with it, then I'll have a good time. Alright, so yeah, that's gonna be it for right now. And, alright, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna be streaming this again soon. I hope this game does pick up, because this is supposed to be, as the description states, a psychological horror game. So, right now it's just mostly dating simulator stuff. But anyway, yeah. Peace out and all that jazz. Bye-bye.